Titans. It's 3-0 versus 2-1. A good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Come on, set. 60 outlaw. 54. And let's get this, Five.
He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Titans. Christian Kirk, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. That is a quick strike, one play all the way to the house. You know, the pass was fine, but that run after the catch, impressive.
An absolute horrible time. Of course, any time like this is a horrible time for a defensive breakdown. But where's the tackler? Where were the safeties? You don't expect him to catch the ball, and next thing you know, he's running into the goalpost this early in the game. That's not supposed to happen.
We go. 16, line. 69. Recon, 132
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. On second down, it's Coleman. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
They're going to look to throw. Left side here, and it's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let him know. Mike 52, Mike 52. Let's go.
They'll look to throw here. Now he'll let this one go. Deep left sideline. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hey, team 6, team 6.
Back to throw here. Eluding the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Hey, Delta.
Looking to throw on second down. Clifford, that's to McCaffrey, complete. It's a gain of 7, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Back to throw. Clifford, he rifles one that's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Darryl Worley. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
2nd and 2 at the 36-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Watch the screen.
Topper. Get it.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving him a whole lot of credit and thanking him for that much space to rumble.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Past the 20, and he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A huge play there on the screen pass. 43 yards. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Under crunch. Watch the edge. Wide. Get wide. Back.
Go.
52. Watch twist.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, Needs good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be taken short. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 29-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey.
Let's go.
Bud.
He's coming. We got double up. Whip.
Here's 2nd and 8. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space.
The outlaw. Hey, Echo. Steve Griffin.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw is incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. An extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down.
Check 24.
Hey, two.
He'll look to throw. Going to go down again. Javon Hargrave picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate?
And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 30, 20. Touchdown, Titans. Christian McCaffrey, 79 yards. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Hey, let's get there. Get it.
2nd and 9 now. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook, and a great grab on the other end. Boy, the run on first down, a disaster as he's tackled well behind the line of scrimmage. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And he hits his running back, Tevin Coleman. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 45 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. It's Coleman here. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Tevin Coleman. His 4th touchdown on the year. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Lutz with the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. On the move to it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. JPP cruising in for the sack that time.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. 2nd and long, letting one go deep for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
When teams take shots at the end zone, you've got to defend it the same way you would defend the first down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You play through the receivers, and on that play, that's exactly what they did and batted it away.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, Charlie.
Back to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 46. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Right back to Coleman here on first down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 47. They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the Titans' 32-yard line.
Hey, Foxtrot.
57, Mike, 57.
Okay, go.
They'll drop to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Ready.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need one. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
On first down, it's Coleman. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Check, 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 check.
They will run again with Coleman. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards that time, and a Pittsburgh first. And they'll try the jet sweep here. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
18 Gator. Score, score.
Check 26, check 26.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
60 outlaw. Fair, fair. Yeah, yeah.
36, 36.
Let's go.
On 2nd down, it's Armstrong. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Ready, set.
Just shy of the goal line. A gain of a yard. Brings up
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Armstrong. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play. And that's going to lead him to 4th down. The decision to go for it pays off. And now they're set up 1st and goal. The best starting field position you could possibly have. 1st and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Hey, lock it. Ready?
Here's Coleman on the toss. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. He went backwards there 8 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw. This one complete to Coleman. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Lutz is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
at their own 25-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. McCaffrey. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Check 25, check 25.
Joker, 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 Joker. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Kill, 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 kill. Slam, slam, slam.
Check 9, check 9.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Looking to throw. Clifford. Throw left side complete. That's Lamb. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
At the 36-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 18 Gator. I got him, I got him.
No, no, no.
Topper, Topper. Hey, orbit.
Right there. 54, right there, right there.
5.
On 1st and 10, Clifford under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Bud Dupree leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. The 20. There goes Green. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
Ah, you're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski, okay? Oski
different
was an
things for
interception.
different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And nothing there on the return. They've got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Two minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
3. 218, chop it.
Hey, we got to get to the ball.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Protein spill.
50's to Mike. Check Mike, check Mike. And let's go.
Here's McCaffrey. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
Ready? 60 outlaw.
Check, check. Watch the before. Watch the before. Watch the screen. 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 Watch the safety creep.
Recon, 132, go.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Pull it high.
They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. Christian McCaffrey unable to get to the marker. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop.
On the ready.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. So it all rests now on the right leg of Will Lutz. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. So it all rests now on the right leg of Will Lutz. 2 for 2 on the afternoon, and a 3rd would win it. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
This one fielded at the 5. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could